Hey guys! So I'm coming to you with another video. This one is actually a review on a new shop that has opened up that I have completely fallen in love with. So I really want to get on here and share the shop with you, what I think of them, and hopefully it will convince you to go check her out too, okay? So the shop in question, if you haven't, figured out by the title, is Cali Cloth. She was actually recommended to me by a couple of my customers, definitely one of my friends, so I went and checked her out, and she's actually one of them that was a customer of a few of us makers who turned maker, which happens quite often, really. No big deal. A lot of us, we've got to start somewhere, and she was one of them that did that. But she dove into something a little bit different. She opened her shop and gave it a theme. So that's kind of something that's a little bit special about her. She is in California in the US, and because of that, she has a lot of surf-themed pad shapes. So for instance, this is called the Boogie Board, and then she's got other ones, and I don't even know the names of them, but I've seen them in her albums of available patterns, so that's how I know that it's all surfing themed. Let's see what else. She is new, but what she did that was a little bit different, aside from the theme, was she dove straight into OBVs, Sherpas, and OCVs. That's not very common in makers starting out. The reason why is those fabrics are very hard to work with. They move and shift a lot. They're thick, they're expensive, so it's not typically something that you see very often with newer makers coming on the scene. So I think that was something that she did that really got her feet wet in the community, which, I mean, go you. I couldn't have done it. I started out with cotton and knit. I think that's what most people start out with. They usually start with cotton, then go to knit and, OEV and minkies and stuff like that. So yeah, she dove straight into it, which, mad props, dude. I couldn't have done it. She doesn't really offer knit, though, and she doesn't really offer cotton. So literally it is your custom dyed OBVs, Sherpas, and OCVs. And OCV is organic cotton velour. OBV is organic bamboo velour. I personally will only purchase organic bamboo velour because it wears a lot better than the cotton version. The cotton version stiffens up and loses its silky softness over time, whereas bamboo doesn't. So that's just my own little personal thing. I have 7 of her pads. I have quite a few of them, considering I typically don't have more than 2 unless they're like a really close friend of mine or really, really favorite maker of mine. And I have 7, so, obviously there's some love there. So here's one of them. This one's a Sherpa. This is my very first one from her. This is actually the pad that caused me to fall in love with Sherpa. OBV, 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 and OBV. Okay, so let's start with going back and stating that the fabrics that she works with are incredibly hard to work with. So when you look at her pads, you can tell that they are not absolutely perfect in stitching and consistency. I don't expect her to have that when starting out and working with these fabrics. But what I will tell you is she has gotten better as she's gone along, which is what you want to see from new makers. If you try a maker and you don't quite like the quality at first, give it a couple months and then go back and try them again. Kind of like keep tabs on them. What you usually will find is they get better just by doing more sewing. That's how just remember, we all started somewhere. All of us makers did. You will probably look at my stuff and think, oh my gosh, she's probably been sewing since she was born. It's not the truth. So just remember, we all started somewhere. And it's easier to kind of tell on the backs of pads. So like I said, it's not absolutely perfect or consistent. I don't expect it to be. She's using really thick fabric. This pad is a moderate, and just because of the topper and the Win Pro, it is thick. And it's just because of those two. But with the more that I have gotten, the better they have been. So, for instance, this was the very first one. And then I got this one. And she changed her turn hole from on the side to on the bottom. And it looks a little better. Okay. So that's the second one. Then I got a custom for these two. And again, they get better each go around. One thing I would probably recommend to this maker is to just slow down. If she's not using a walking foot, add on a walking foot to your sewing machine, because that will really help with the even feed for your product when you're sewing. And then these are the ones that I just received end of January, mid-January I think. And this one looks really, really clean. All right, this is just kind of like folding in. So this is only just a couple months difference from the very first one that I got. So that's what I'm trying to get the point across, is as they go along, we all get better. Usually. There are a few who don't, but she is definitely one of them that does get better as she goes along. So I'm very proud of her. She's doing a great job. She's getting very popular in the community, which is great. I love that. I definitely think she is one that needs to be in everyone's stash. She does design a great product, and she's very wonderful to work with. She's very helpful, quick to reply. She gets through her customs really quickly. Her name is Lauren, and she's in California. If I didn't mention that, I'm pretty sure I did. She has a group on Facebook. That's where she does all of her ordering. She doesn't use an Etsy. A lot of us are kind of stepping away from Etsy, so just keep that in mind. A lot of the makers that I'm going to share with you aren't going to have Etsy shops because the fees involved are way bonkers. We're just going to say bonkers because it's just insane. So a lot of us, if we started there, we have stepped back from Etsy. So these shops, definitely check out Facebook for. And these are not going to be business pages. That's not what I'm saying when I say their Facebook group. They actually have a closed group that you have to join in and be a member of to be able to see products, available fabrics, and put your orders in. So keep that in mind when I do tell you this, because I have had a few new people coming into cloth question that. So Facebook, but look in groups. So when you go up to the tab to do searches, put in Cali cloth, C-A-L-I, cloth. It's two words, and it will pop up, and it'll be a group that you have to join. And I think she has her like logo up top in the cover photo. Okay. Sorry about that. My mom decided to call me right in the middle, of course. Okay, so let's restart. Cali cloth. I love them. You should try them. They need to be in your stash. You need to try at least one of them. She's wonderful to work with. She's a new maker. She's getting constantly better and consistently better as she goes along. She's got great prices, fast turnaround for her customs, which is what she usually does. I don't think I've seen ready to ships or groups. Maybe groups. I honestly can't remember. I am in so many groups, it's not even funny, so things just kind of blur together at this point. But I think you should go over there. I think you should buy. And I think you should tell her that I sent you her way. and I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me some feedback if you like her stuff too, and click subscribe if you want to keep up with me, and I will be making more videos today. Bye!